Welcome to the driver's room.
Hello and welcome to AGT Racer. Today's videos will feature races from the driver's room series, and there you can see on the screen all of the driver's room series available. And next we'll find all of the YouTube commentators for each of the races. So please check out their YouTube channels and give them a lot of love and support, subscribe, like and all that jazz. So here we are at the Drivers Room Endurance Championship Season 3, and here is a list on your screen of all of the drivers split into each season, into each tier. As you can see there, it's massively grown this season, the Drivers Room. And if you can look there, you'll see that some familiar faces have moved around. So we've got Furdeck, Lorcus and Lionessi, the champion from Tier 2, moving up into Tier 1. So let's see how they all get on in Tier 1. Quick disclaimer, a lot of the information has been taken from the Spotter's Guide created by Gadget. So let's have a look into Tier 1. And last season's winner, Gadget. He had a great season down to the wire with Plux on the final race. Unfortunately, Plux had a mistake which cost him dearly. And as we go into the man, the made for racing driver, his stats so far this year: 6 first places and 3 pole positions, second in season 2. His choice of cars are the GR1, Alpine VGT, the Honda NSX GR2, the Toyota FT in GR3 and the Honda NSX in GR4. Now we know he's a quick driver, so let's see how he gets on with the rest of the field this season. As we move on to season 2, 4th place, Gresini Racing Team. This is of course Hit the Mac in the recognisable colours. He's had 1 first place so far in 2020 and 1 pole position, and Mac will be driving this season the Bugatti in GR1, the Nissan in GR2, Mercedes AMG in GR3 and the Lamborghini in GR4. Next we see recently promoted Lionessi, the champion from Tier 2, and Lionessi will be racing in the Bugatti GR1, the Nissan 08 in GR2, Mazda Atenza in GR3 and the Citroen in GR4 for SSR Racing. It will be very interesting in Season 3 to see him up against the likes of Plux the Duck. And here is the Season 2 and current champion of the Drivers Room Endurance. Gadget so far has had 3 first place and 2 pole positions in 2020. He'll be looking to regain Season 2's championship ways for Team Motion Blur in the Hyundai for GR1, the Lexus GR2, the Supra GR in GR3 and the Alfa Romeo in GR4. Next we have Kimaru. He'll be racing for Milner Racing in the Peugeot L750 Hybrid, the Lexus in GR2, the Dodge Viper GR3 and the McLaren 650 in GR4. His best finishes in 2020 is 1 second place, and he was 5th in Season 2, but let's see how he gets on in Season 3. And he's followed by the quickest man in the driver's room, Dawson. His position in Season 2 was 3rd. His best so far in 2020, 3 first places, 3 first pole. And his team name, What Is Practice, and he'll be driving the Alpine GR1, the NSX GR2, Lexus GR3 and the NSX GR4. Next we have Smith. Smith finished in Season 2 in 6th place. The CS Racing driver had 2 first places and 6 poles in 2020. And he'll be driving the Bugatti in GR1. The Audi in GR1, the GTR GR2, the Lambo GR3 and the Megane. And next he'll be followed by Senna. And Senna there finished 7th in Season 2. And so far in 2020 he's had a 1 4th place and 2 top 5 positions. The Senna Motorsport driver will be using the Bugatti in GR1, the Lexus in GR2, the AMG in GR3, and in GR4 he'll be using the Mustang. Up next we have the OSR Racing driver Muller, and in Season 2 he finished in 9th place. He had 1 3rd and 4 top 5 positions so far in 2020, and this season he'll be driving the Hyundai in GR1, the Lexus GR2, the new Aston DBR in GR3, and he'll follow that with the Megane. Muller looking to improve his position of 9th this season. Ben, who finished 11th in Season 2, he's had 2 5th place positions in 2020. Now it's becoming tough in Tier 1, the Moose Racing driver. Hopefully my dark horse will come good in Season 3. And he'll be driving the Hyundai, the Lexus, the Toyota Supra, and the Megane in GR4. And next he is followed by Cafe, the Delcaf Racers team. He's had 1 first place in Tier 2. He finished 8th in Tier 1 last season, and he'll be driving the Hyundai, the Lexus, the BMW M3 for the GR3, and the Honda NSX. So let's see how Cafe can do in Season 3. Next we have Ferdek. He is the Team Orlan driver. So far he's had 3 podiums in Tier 2, and this is his first season in Tier 1. He finished Season 2 in 4th place, and he'll be driving the Hyundai in GR1, the Lexus, as you can see there, the Supra in GR3, and also the Alpha, mimicking Gadget's cars there. So very interesting. Next we have Daz, who just missed out on the relegation zone, finishing in 13th in Tier 1. His best so far in 2020 is 5th place. The PSD racing driver will be using the Peugeot LR750, I believe it is, the GTR in GR2 911, and in GR4 the McLaren, I believe. Lorcas there, I may have got that wrong though, so my apologies. Lorcas is up next now. He finished in 3rd place last season in Season 2. This is his first season in Tier 1. He had 1 first place position so far. It was his best. The Metalheads driver will be using the Audi, the Lexus, the Supra, and the WXR. Next we have Wilco, who finished 12th in Tier 1. And his best position in 2020 was 7th place, but the OZ racing driver will be looking to improve that this season in the Alpine, the GTR, the Beetle, and also the 458. Daz is in the 458, my apologies there. Next we have DJ. He finished 10th in Season 2. In 2020 he's had 2 5th place positions. He's a fellow commentator of Rice Racing. He'll be driving the Bugatti, the GTR, the Volkswagen, and the Jag this season. Let's see if he can improve on his 10th place. He's a good driver, DJ. Expected him to be challenging more to the top. As we look now into Tier 2, we will see on the board there the finishing positions from last season. As you can see there, Lion SC, Mungino, Lorcas and Fairdeck all move up. Adventure Racing missing out by 3 points in only 3 races. He's definitely Tier 1 calibre. Jules there, surprisingly, sticking it in just underneath Adventure Racing. And here he is now, the YouTube celebrity that we have in our driver's room. So please check out all of his content. It's really good, and I think you'll find it quite enjoyable. He's obviously, as we said, he finished 5th. He's had 2 first places in 3 races, and he'll be using the Hyundai, the NSX, the GTR and the McLaren for GR4. Next we have Fabro, who's new in Tier 2 due to being demoted from Tier 1. He finished 15th. In Tier 2 though this season, this year so far, he's had 1 first place and 1 second place. Now the Team Cookies driver will be using the Bugatti, the GTR and Mercedes for both GR3 and GR4. Next we see Berkey, a consistent driver. We've seen him improve. He can be very quick and occasionally has some lapses, but he could definitely be heading to Tier 1 next season. And he finished 7th last season. His best was 2 4th places. The D4D driver will be driving the Alpine, the GTR, the Toyota FT1, and as we see there, the C7 in GR4. Next we have JC. JC finished 15th in Season 2. His best position was 4th. The MLR Midlife Racing driver will be using the Peugeot, the GTR, and another one using both Mercedes for GR3 and GR4. JC can be very, very quick, but consistency occasionally lets him down, and then quitting after the race. Let's see if he can keep that consistency going and be very quick this season. V8 didn't race much last season. I think only 3 races. Put him in 16th for Tier 1, and obviously therefore got demoted. He had 2 7th place finishes. The Vendetta Motorsport driver will be using the Bugatti, the GTR, the M6 as you can see there, and the Mercedes AMG. So we'll see how V8 does. Alex, a newcomer, we know him from the Sunday Leagues. The made for drifting driver will be using the Hyundai, the GTR in GR2, the FT1 in GR3, and as you can see there, the Honda NSX. Now Alex is extremely quick, burns his tyres, but he's a very, very quick driver and definitely a contender for adventure racing this season. Next we see the Dana White of the driver's room, Mungino there. He finished 2nd place in Tier 2, but due to the heavy damage in Tier 1 does not want to be there, even though he has the calibre to do it. He's had 2 first places in 2020, and he'll be driving the Hyundai, the Lexus, the Peugeot RCZ and the Megane. Be very interesting in the GR3 in the Peugeot. We'll see how that fares. Jason there in 14th last season. His best place was 5th. He's really started to move though, the Mistral driver now, and this season he'll be using the Bugatti, the Lexus, the Beetle and the Megane. Jason can be very quick, and we've seen his consistency start to creep up over the end of Season 2. And next we have Canny. He finished 14th in Tier 1 and faced that relegation zone down into Tier 2. He's had 1 7th place, was his highest position so far this year. And he'll be driving the Peugeot, the GTR, Mazda and the Jag in GR4. So let's see what Canny can do. He's a good driver, so definitely be right up there. But it's a tough group this season 2 this year. There we have Rocker, my favourite livery, the Atari Racing driver. Finished 9th last season. He's had 1st podium position, and he'll be using the Alpine, the Lexus, the Aston, the old Aston, and the Lexus in the GR4. Rocker also a very good driver. He's very close in tier 2 at the moment. You got a couple of top boys, Adventure, Fabro, Mung and Alex, and after that it's super close. Speaking of which, we have Jules, always into some huge battles. Jules, he finished 6th place last season. He's had 3 5th place positions, and the Omega driver will be using the Peugeot, the Lexus, the AMG and the Lambo, as you can see there. Jules has some immense battles, but a very clean driver. Next we see myself. I started season 2 with a win, my only win in the drivers room endurance, and drivers room in general, but unfortunately couldn't keep that consistency going and finished 11th. I shall be using the Hyundai and then the Nissan GTRs for all 3 GR2, 3 and 4. Hopefully start to get that consistency going. Next we see Craig. He didn't have a great season last season, but he's under the wings of Kimmy now for season 3. So he was 13th last season. The fellow commentator, his best was 7th in 2020. And the junior Milner driver will be using the Hyundai GTR and the Jag for both GR3 and GR4. Craig can be quite quick. He's just very much like me, not consistent enough, but that has been improving. Jammy D there, also the same, finished 17th in season 2. He's had 4th, 6th place finishes, and this season he'll be using the McLaren in GR1, GTR, M6 and Lexus. He really struggled with the Aston, ruining his season, but hopefully we will have him back. And there we see my pick for season 2, Sean. He's a very quick driver, 12th place last season. His second was his highest result. The Phoenix Knights driver will be using the Peugeot, the Lexus, the Citroen and the Megane, as you can see there. And yes, a dark horse for tier 2. Let's see how he gets on. Then he's followed by Merck. He's finished in 8th place on season 2. He's the podium position, and the Racing Saints driver will be using the McLaren, the GTR, the C7 and the Jaguar in GR4. Merck is very quick. I believe he was 3rd in the 2-hour endurance a few weeks ago, so keep an eye on Merck. Very close in tier 2. But as we move on now to tier 3, now we have a lot of unfamiliars in tier 3, so I shall go through them. Here we have Jaganut, and he's a CS Racing Junior team. He's the Audi driver. He'll be using the Audi GTR, the McLaren and the Megane in GR4. Now, obviously not a lot is going to be known about some of these drivers, but I've had a couple of practice races with him. Seems very quick. And talking of which, here we see Martin B for MB Racing. He has destroyed the field in the Sunday League, so I expect him to jump very quickly into tier 1. And he'll be using the Hyundai, the NSX, the 911 and also the NSX for GR4. Very, very quick driver, one to watch. Also my pick for tier 3, Rock Boy or Bubo Lubo, and the Team Motion Blur Bulgaria driver will be using the Audi, the GTR, the McLaren and the Megane. Now I've done a couple of races with him and he's very quick and also quite safe as well. So he's another one to watch in Tier 3. Then he's followed by Coolio. We know Coolio from the Sunday Leagues. The Cool Racing driver will be driving the Peugeot, GTR, 911 and Lambo in Tier 3. Now Coolio is he's a very quick driver. He's not the quickest. His consistency when it's on point, he can do extremely well, win a lot of races. But he then occasionally has these lapses. We'll see how he gets on. Next we have Comrade, and he's the Arta Motorsport driver. He'll be using the Hyundai, the GTR, the new Aston DBR, and Citroen as seen there. And we don't know too much about Comrade, a new addition to the driver's room, so it'll be intriguing to see how he gets on with some of the quick drivers that we already know of. And speaking of which, next we'll see Flapjack, the NFS Autosport driver, will be using the Audi GR1, the NSX GR2, the 458 in both GR3 and GR4. We know Flapjack from the Sunday Leagues, a very quick driver. He has been dominating quite recently, so I think he'll be up there to move up. It's going to be very interesting at the top of that table in a few weeks' time. Next we see Brood, who has an extremely long name, but I'll shorten it to Brood. We've seen Brood in the Mature Racing Drivers Club on Facebook. He's also in a couple of videos that I've done on here, and he's a quick driver. Not always consistent though that we've seen. We'll see how he gets on. He's going to be driving the Audi, the Lexus 911 and Subaru. Next we have CPT, or Captain O'Reilly, and he's in the Bugatti, the NSX for GR2 and GR3, and also the Megane. I've had a little quick go in a lobby with him. He seemed quite quick, a little bit quicker than myself. So again, another contender for the top of the table. Next we have Richie, the Bosch Motorsport driver, will be using the Hyundai, the Lexus, the Mazda, and as seen there, the Lexus in GR4. Now Richie has been out of the driver's room for a bit, but when he was in there, we've had some phenomenal races in the SF19. So he's quite a quick driver. I think he progressed to Tier 1 in the driver's room Sunday League. Next we have Delta, the Nismo driver will be using the Bugatti in GR1 and then the GTR in the rest of the categories. Don't really know much about Delta, so again he's one to find out. So let's see where he fares in a few weeks' time towards the end of the season. Next we have Ricky J. We've seen Ricky J in a driver's room many times. He was in 17th in season 2 for Tier 2. His best was a 5th place, so that's a really good going there from Ricky. He'll be using the Hyundai, GTR, Mazda and Megane in the different categories. Next we have the infamous livery of Boss in Tier 3. He had no races last season in Tier 2. No, I think he might have had one, sorry, and he finished 4th. Is his highest in 2020. The Goose Motorsport driver will be using the Bugatti, GTR and 458. He's extremely good on tyre wear, and he's a quick driver, so if you can put it all together, definitely one to watch. Next we have Revs, new to the driver's room. He'll be using the Peugeot Lexus, the RS01, and the Viper as seen there. I've been in a lobby with Revs once, I believe, and he was pretty good, definitely tier 2 contender. So again, we'll see how he gets on. Next we have Big Shadow, and he finished season 2 in 19th, but to be fair, he only had one race. It didn't go great for him in that race, but the Big Shadow racing driver, hopefully looking to secure tier 2 for next season. And this season he'll be using the Audi NSX as seen there, the AMG and GTR. Now there are a couple of guys who I don't have any details for, Mr. Tom and Spooky. They are also going to be in tier 3. But on your screen now is Stephen, a very quick driver. So definitely another one for the top. It's every tier is so interesting this season, and he'll be using the McLaren, the GTR, and McLaren again for GR3 and GR4. And that's all the drivers that we have entered into the Drivers Room Endurance Championship for season 3. It's really packed, and it's going to be the greatest season yet, I believe. Everybody is very close together, so let's just get it on now. And please check out all of the YouTube guys for the commentary videos of the races, and join us next time.